Okay, come get it. Alright, hi, I'm Miranda, and I'm going to tell you guys how the women's wrestling revolution changed the WWE. In the past, the WWE has historically been a company that hired women based solely on their looks and not their athletic talent. The company called their women's division Divas, which Google defines as a self-important person who is temperamental and difficult to please. They participated in diva searches, which were simply a reason to parade women around. They were to parade women around and judge them based on their looks. Women's matches were incredibly short, usually lasting no more than a few minutes at most. The longer matches were usually degrading to women who competed in them. The women who put on matches, like putting in mud matches and pillow fights, and the worst being bra and panty matches. These matches were used as nothing more than to objectify women. We move forward to 2013, and small changes are beginning to occur in the small developmental part of the WWE, which is NXT. NXT seemed to be breeding a new crop of women that had incredible talent. They were actually getting quite a bit of respect, and the women that were taking center stage were Paige and Emma. NXT decided that it was time for the women to get their own championship. This title would be the NXT Women's Championship. It would also be the first championship named a women's title in many years. Paige and Emma fought heartily for that title, and things began to change after that. Shortly after their title match, Paige and Emma were called up to the main roster of Raw and SmackDown. And there were 3 women that were in the background that were suddenly thrust into the spotlight on NXT. These women had done a lot of work in the independent scene, grew up in the business, or been true lifetime wrestling fans. These women were Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Sasha Banks. Fans really enjoyed watching these women, and they gained a huge following due to their athleticism and the types of moves they used, not just their looks. They began having matches that were truly worth watching. While NXT was flourishing, the main rosters of Raw and SmackDown were riddled with issues. Women's matches were becoming shorter and shorter. People began to realize that it was time for a change. As stated in an article for ESPN.com on October 28th of 2016, Carlos Mejia wrote that fans started the Give Divas a Chance campaign after there was a 30-second match on Raw in early 2015. Being a very social-minded company, the WWE noticed this quickly and decided to take a big step and call up Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha. Arash Markazi stated in an article via ESPN on August 16th of 2016 that the trio not only breathed new life into the show, but completely changed the way women were utilized, and they broke a barrier that didn't seem possible. The change was a fresh start that the women's division needed. They started allowing them more TV time, and many times allowing 2 matches on a show that had usually had maybe 1. Fans were loving this change in the division. However, there were still 2 changes that needed to be made. WWE decided to make these changes at WrestleMania, their biggest stage of the year. WrestleMania is basically the Super Bowl of the WWE. The women were featured prominently on all of the promotional materials, as well as on the marquee of AT&T Stadium at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas. Women were allowed to have 2 matches, and the WWE made a huge statement. As stated on WWE.com, the female competitors would no longer be referred to no longer referred to as divas, but as superstars. And the ones that were in the competing in the WWE Women's Divas Championship match, they would be competing for the newly created WWE Women's Championship. The Women's Championship effectively retired the Divas Championship. A championship that finally resembled the men's title instead of looking like a butterfly. Simply put, women were finally getting the respect that they so rightly deserved. With the history of the way women have been treated in the WWE, it was an amazing sight to finally see women get their time. These women truly went through a ringer to get to where they are today. They've gone from having 30-second matches to having 30-minute Iron Man matches, the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match, and even main eventing Raw, SmackDown, and the pay-per-views. The women's revolution truly became an evolution of the women in wrestling today. As a woman, I'm truly excited to see what is next. I'm also a proud mom of a little girl that watches these women and wants to wrestle as well. I have great joy knowing that one day that this could be her, and thanks to this revolution, she will finally get the respect she so rightly deserves. That's it. Thank you. Here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank y'all.
Hey, just get in the audience. Okay, you can stop it now.